Philly, Florida. Thank you for having us here this morning at the Florida International Air Show. We're the American Barnstormer team. I'm Jenny Forsythe, and I'm waving to you from between the wings on the left side of the big red biplane.
Hi everyone, I'm Tyson Rininger, and I'm the wing walker hanging out on the chapel.
All right, you heard from our wing riders. It's Tyson Rininger, and on the opposite side, Jenny Forsythe as they come back in now, folks. Watch the team on our first pass. The wing walkers are standing upright. They'll be giving you a wave with our arms extended well above the top wing. As they approach the air show center, they'll be extending a big salute as a way to say thank you to all of the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. Get this in your eyes. Now I got to tell you this, Tyson Rininger has been around a long time, a great aviation photographer and author. He has been, as a professional photographer, hanging on a camera, airplanes, camera, helicopters, strapped in by a restraining and safety belt system, leaning way out to get that shot. But he has never, before yesterday's rehearsal show, blown a performance on the wing. This is his premiere and debut opening as a wing walker. So, Tyson Rininger getting a ride of a lifetime. No stranger to aviation, but in the last 3 years they have been planning this. He finally got his ride. Tyson's about 5'3". Jenny is tall for a wing walker. She's about 5'8". And a great story about Jenny. I'll tell you that in just a little bit. Watch this now as they set up and start to maneuver around the airplane. Look, hanging upside down with arms extended down towards the runway. Our pilot has on his hands now. They get erect again. That has not been resurrected. That upside down pass was done by some professional friends of ours back in the 1980s, over 25 years ago, resurrected by this trio. Tyson Rininger all the way from Monterey, California. That's where he makes his home. Jenny Forsythe is from the Cleveland with one of our Oklahoma-based 450 Stearman acts. Okay, Jenny Forsythe has gone to the top wing. Tyson is between the wings on our side. Jenny will strap in. The front of the airplane. That was done at a slow speed of about 70 to 80 knots. Walt had the power back so Jenny could foot over foot and hand over hand do the grueling job of fighting that 80-mile-an-hour wind, taking all the strength she could muster to get on that post. Now, I'll tell you this, there is a steel post and she's on there now. Prior to that time, her and Tyson were without ropes, wires, cables, and without parachutes, because, as they often say, a parachute is too bulky. It would probably deploy when you needed it the least. And by the way, we fly too low to the ground to be able to use it effectively. Now, when you see these pilots flying, it's because there is so much aerodynamic drag on the outside of the airplane with these two wing walkers that the airplane just does not perform. So Walt Pierce very wisely has to crawl for some altitude. He's going to have to get about 150 knots in the dive to do the Barnstormer's loop. When you don't get to be an airshow pilot for 46 years, you don't fly this airplane for 41 years without knowing that that is the absolute fact. All right, get ready and use your imagination. They are the American Barnstormers, the pilot, Walt Pierce. Tyson Rininger in his premiere debut is Jenny Forsythe on the top wing. Imagine you with Jenny Forsythe up there looking at the ground coming up. 150 miles an hour right here. This is going to be a fun ride as you find yourself up and here comes the grass. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Barnstormer at its finest. You know, I brag to you about the accomplishments of Tyson. He is a very accomplished. entertainment. Now, again, Jenny, she's a scientist. She's got a degree in chemistry and geology. She's worked at the labs of Los Alamos National Laboratory and the laboratories at the University of Notre Dame. In her spare time, Jenny Cleveland has become increasingly involved in the organization Building Hope in the City, which is an urban outreach program that does just as the name implies. Well, this is how it all started. This is how we continue it since the 1920s, and women have found.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna
Wing
go
walking
put
gets
some
the
back there because
attention of
I want to
everybody.
spray everybody behind me.
One of the lady wing walkers back in the 1930s, coincidentally, was Jessie Woods. Personally helped Walt Pierce change the format of his routines and really continue to inspire the action you're seeing here today. Oh, by the way, there is a difference between wing walking and wing riding. Many of you may know it, but I'll tell you the difference. There are a lot of great wing walkers who move around the outside of the airplane, like these two. All right, now, Tyson's on the far side. You can't see him unless you're on the other side of the runway, but Jenny is that bar with one hand, and that's called the flag pass. Now, in the next turnaround, you'll see, now you can see Tyson. Down between the wings, he was standing on one leg and one leg only. Now, this is imagination and this is showmanship. Walt Pierce, our pilot, began performing his wing riding with his wife back in 1969. Well, folks, this is living proof that ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Each one of our performers is an example of somebody who might have got lost in the crowd for a while, but finally found their way. That may include Walt and Jenny and Tyson. All right, this time we'll see Tyson Rininger. He'll go way out by the end strut, come way out there by us. He is walking. Jenny is waving. Jenny is the flag. She's waving. She actually turned around and gripped that pole by the opposite direction, hanging on with one hand. Ladies and gentlemen, do not try this at home. These three are living their dream. That means that you...
Take it easy, it's all right. I can wait a second.
Just keep your eyes open, your eyes in the sky, and you may see more opportunity out there than you ever imagined. Also, the team would like to ask that I share with you, when you're blessed enough to have accomplished your great days, this is for him. He is the male portion of our tumble trouble. You'll see Jenny Forsythe with us. If everything goes well, they'll probably be taxiing into our area at the tower, operations tower here, and making their way forward. We'll see what happens. The Airbus has got the final say. By the way, if you like books on aviation, it is Tyson who has worked for major aviation magazines. He has published two books. I'll tell you what their name is. Red Flag, Air Combat for the 21st Century, and F-15 Eagles and More. Tyson also a contract photographer for the Monterey Bay Aquarium, also a marketing member for the long-running and very successful show out on the left coast of the California International Air Show in something with its neighboring community, Monterey. Out on the biplane, on the main runway, give them a wave. Oh, we got Top Gun airplanes from World War II. They launder back from Kissimmee Airport, Kissimmee, Florida, where he operates an instructional school that teaches people how to fly the World War II P-51. He has got no less than 3 of the unique true EF models. That's the new place. Same control the front as they have in the back. So if you wave back, there's too much noise. Sorry, too much noise for